Welcome back to This Day in Irish History. I'm your host Raymond Welsh, and today we're exploring a peculiar event that occurred on January 25th, 1901. The Blue Milk Scare in Westmeath. It's a story of panic, rumour, and the peculiar quirks of rural Irish life at the dawn of the 20th century. The date itself holds broader historical weight, as it was the day the death of Queen Victoria, monarch of the United Kingdom and Ireland, was officially communicated to more remote corners of the island. But for the rural communities of County Westmeath, the world-shaking news of a monarch's passing was momentarily overshadowed by a bizarre and deeply local mystery. Several cows in the area were producing milk tinged with an alarming bluish hue. In small towns and villages, where word of mouth spread faster than the clatter of telegrams, the unusual milk quickly became the talk of the day. Whispers flew as neighbours tried to make sense of the phenomenon. Was it an omen tied to the Queen's death? A curse cast by a disgruntled villager? Or worse, had something poisoned the water, tainting the livelihood of farmers who depended on their herds for survival? For communities already accustomed to tales of superstition and folklore, the timing couldn't have been more unnerving. The Queen's death carried symbolic weight, marking the end of an era, and some saw the blue milk as an eerie cosmic sign of upheaval. Others suggested more practical but equally alarming causes. One theory was that nearby industrial runoff, possibly from dye works or chemical factories, had contaminated the water supply, leaching strange substances into the grass consumed by the cows. As tension mounted, many households refused to consume the milk or sell it at market, fearful it might be dangerous. A few even reported that calves nursed by the cows seemed lethargic or unwell, further fueling the panic. Speculation, both supernatural and scientific, reached fever pitch. Enter the town's apothecary, a man with a reputation for reason and practical knowledge. Recognizing the economic impact the scare was having on the community, he set about analyzing the unusual milk. After a thorough examination, he concluded that the blue tint was caused by a harmless bacterial strain. Modern science might attribute it to a type of microorganism, such as Pseudomonas fluorescens, which can thrive in certain conditions and produce pigments that cause a bluish hue in milk. At the time, however, the explanation was likely presented in simpler terms. The apothecary assured the townsfolk that neither the cows nor the milk posed any danger. His findings gradually calmed the nerves of the community, though some older residents were skeptical and continued to blame the mysterious forces they saw at work in the countryside. Interestingly, the blue milk scare in Westmeath wasn't an isolated incident. Reports of tinted milk occasionally surfaced in other parts of Ireland and Britain during this period, but the combination of local superstition and coincidental timing with Queen Victoria's death made this case particularly memorable. It became a sort of folktale in its own right, retold with embellishments over the years. This small event highlights a unique intersection of science, superstition, and rural life in Ireland at the turn of the century. It's a snapshot of a world in transition, where industrial modernity and age-old beliefs coexisted uneasily, often clashing in surprising ways. As we reflect on January 25th, 1901, it's worth considering how such events shaped the communal identity of small Irish towns. Even today, the memory of incidents like the Blue Milk Scare offers a window into the concerns, fears, and humour of a bygone era. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. Please like, subscribe, and tune in tomorrow for another fascinating episode of This Day in Irish History. I'm Raymond Welsh. Slán go fóill.